Good morning, Eric Smith from beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia, talking about the fresh and tasty delicacies. Fresh, tasty delicacies have served our organization since the onset. It's a small, medium organization with about 50 workers serving a restaurant outside the catering services. The food is to be accompanied by 3 workers responsible for deliveries of the packed food for employees. Our employees organize in decent servings and the leaders of the dining space. The organization mainly deals with supply of food, drinks, and companies on a daily basis, as well as all events. As a food and beverage company, the organization requires safe, strong network to deliver quality products in a timely manner, such as breakfast, lunch, and packages other that have been ordered. However, the constant interaction reveals major problems due to poor quality products and late deliveries. In turn, the ramifications of this could be a loss of clientele due to lack of client satisfaction, organization. Supplies of almost half of the workers left the food supplied, while often thrown out. Low profits were a clear consequence due to the reduced orders. Also, the constant complaints from our staff was a clear indication that customers' interest in the product was dwindling fast. Organization operation costs were likely to increase significantly, also because of the catering operations requires a lot of input in the production of the process. Unfortunately, reducing the orders from a major client means that the organization required to have a better way of sustaining. Relevance of the current organization. According to Griffin, 2018, organizational structure, design, and culture play is an important role in achieving stated objectives. These are fundamentals aspects that affect employees' behavior and the attitude at work towards the set plan by the leaders. In our case of fresh and tasty delicacies, the organizational structure was weak because there was no clear line of command among the employees assigned. This meant that there would be no clear instruction of address as each employee performed principles of conscious culture. According to Fromm and Reed, 2018, corporate performance is directly linked to quality production, which has positive influence in the organizational growth and purpose. Therefore, the significance of the conscious culture in the business remains critical in every aspect of the product and service delivery. The fresh and tasty delicacies as a small and medium enterprise is an organization that has focused on making difference through its service delivery, despite the changes and encounters every day. The principles of conscious capitalism events are: 1 is higher purpose. Purpose is the agenda of serving people in catering. 2 is conscious leadership. The organizational leaders focus on making a difference in their business noted in the vision. However, the organization is lacking in some areas of conscious capitalism. Stakeholders, organization in the orientation in the organization is not well embodied, as the employees are not participating in actively towards its growth and goal achievements. Likewise, it is evident the stakeholders may be struggling in a similar manner. Conscious culture is a minimum of fresh and tasty delicacies as a product is wanted and its customers are not attending. There is a need for change, clearly. Carter's 8-step change model provides a tailor-made, the benefits is it's going to provide tailor-made plan for changes, ensures a smooth change of events and practice. Is it effective in implementing change and applicable even in small organizations such as our fresh and tasty delicacies? The plan. For the change that taking place in using the Carter's 8-step change model of organization as leadership should be ready to put in effort, focus, come up with results. The leadership requires to begin by presenting an agenda that states the urgency of change. This will include indicating to all stakeholders of the situation and need to make it necessary changes to reverse the adverse effects of a poor product quality. Next is building a team that will lead the process of change and important for the stakeholders, sake of the organization's performance. The leadership may require to present a strong plan, vision to direct all changes and processes. Communication also is a critical because it holds the capacity to engage in stakeholders and attracting active participants in the change process. Different channels of communication should be used to deliver information. Providing a plan for empowerment will play a critical role in improving the performance of the organization in instance, training the workers in better ways, delivering catering services, and attending clientele is a prerequisite in reestablishing this organization. Short-term goals are especially effective in assessing change and impacting a new strategy in a company that requires urgent change. Hence, at Fresh and Tasty Delicacies, it is imperative that the leaders of the state short goals and guide them its vision. Change can be tiring process and calls for focus and not giving up times a slow process. Organizational leadership also requires to ensure constant evaluations and consistency capture the attention. Challenges that may counter the plan, conflicts. Change triggers emotional imbalances causing negativity. Miscommunication, communication breakdown, especially in limited time to implement change and strategy. Long and complicated strategies can slow down in process implementation. Resistance from the individuals not supporting the plan, the instance, employees of stakeholder, they may fail to adapt new structure. Poor planning, failed division of labor, according to Griffin in 2018, such as sending few workers to delivery catering services or delivery incomplete products to the customer. Managing the challenges, very necessary. Many organizations experience problems in the implementation of process and the change, in some cases can bow down and declare defeat. However, it is paramount to consider strategies that counter challenges in the path of change. Some of the strategies to embrace include avoid conflict between stakeholders, especially involving them in maximizing participation. Communicate strategies clearly to avoid confusion can derail the process of the change. Involve all stakeholders in the process. This is important in giving everyone the sense of pride and participate in the process, developing a better brand. Planning effectively, considering available resources, mainly because scarce resources or poor distribution causes strife and can delay the process of change and adoption of the strategy. Realigning subsystems to bring the change. Borrowing from McFarland in 2018, organizations required to embrace the fifth discipline to be successful. Consequently, fresh and tasty delicacies require to consider the fifth discipline, especially systems thinking, where the stakeholders have to play an inclusive encounter, an essential in developing team efforts that is necessary in the catering business. Hence, following are worth considering when realigning. Proper training to facilitate uniform organization culture, integrate values and ethics, customer responses and interactions, assign new leadership and hierarchies to manage the everyday operation, and develop a reward system for commendable customer service. Evaluation of strategies to avoid or to engage. It is important to evaluate the strategy of all times because of the determining the process the organization has received or looks forward to attain the future. Following the capacity to make changes, every strategy must be evaluated for performance. Among the evaluations aspects are: one is to check the organizational performance, which include profits and indicate an increase in market demand and relevance. Two is to analyze any changes in organizational culture and practice that can be exhibited with demonstration of team efforts and collaboration in the workspace, as suggested by McFarland in 2016. Systems thinking can be demonstrated in this aspect by noting between differences in stakeholders. Consider the change of the employee's attitude at work, such as workers that appreciate their workspace and contribute actively without being apprehended. Also, attending customers with a positive attitude can indicate a working strategy that will bring forth positive results. Lastly, is to engage customers for feedback, an important evaluation to understand the customer's opinions and the product, the service they receive. This will highlight any pitfalls and lead to organizational and re-strategizing in case of the ineffective ones in play. Lessons learned from fresh and tasty delicacies are many. Fresh and tasty delicacies in small, medium enterprise has the capacity to grow and expand fast because of its vision. However, it is also important to acknowledge that the food industry is highly competitive. In this case, the organizational leadership should consider embracing change and employing new strategies that will reunite the organization efforts and aggressions to win the market domain back. Consequently, lessons learned include importance of quality product and service and organizational goals, importance of visions and goals, significance of strong leadership, and organizational culture, structure, and design, importance of embracing change and growth. That concludes my brief.